Are you tired of being overlooked, outmaneuvered, and underestimated? Do you wonder why those less kind, less moral, and less deserving rise while you stagnate? The truth is brutal. You were trained to be a sheep in a world where only the wolves thrive. In this video, we won't just expose that lie, we'll burn it down. Machiavelli doesn't beg for your transformation. He demands it. It's time to kill the sheep in you and unleash the wolf. You were not born to be powerless. Yet here you are, a quiet, restrained, afraid to offend, hesitant to act. And the question you must ask is not why are you weak now, but who made you this way? It did not begin with you. It began with those who feared what you could become. From the moment of your birth, you were not nurtured. You were domesticated. You were not taught to think, you were trained to comply. The hands that rocked your cradle were also the ones that wrapped chains around your will. They told you obedience was goodness. They told you to be liked, to be polite, to be agreeable, to trust authority even when it served itself. And every time you doubted your instinct to rebel, they applauded. You were rewarded for being manageable. You were punished for being wild. As you grew, you entered their schools, institutions not of education, but of uniformity. You sat in line, you raised your hand for permission to speak. You were graded not on your ideas, but on your ability to repeat theirs. Creativity was not nurtured. Independence was not admired. You were taught how to pass, not how to think. You were taught how to serve, not how to rule, and the sheep inside you began to grow. They wrapped you in slogans. Be humble, be nice, don't be selfish. But humility without power is humiliation. Niceness without strength is submission. And the greatest selfishness is asking you to abandon your potential in order to comfort others. They made you believe that wanting power was wrong. But do you not see? Those who told you power was evil already had it. The clergy told you to fear your desires while they built empires. The politician told you to obey laws he would never follow. The boss told you to be a team player while he sat in a private office drinking from gold. You were trained to kneel in a world that respects only those who stand. You were told that being moral meant being passive. That kindness was a weakness. That ambition was arrogance. So you hid your hunger. You softened your voice. You played the role of the modest sheep, and you were praised for it. But inside, you know the truth. The hunger didn't die. I only slept. You feel it when someone talks over you and you smile instead of speaking up. You feel it when you're passed over and you convince yourself it's for the best. You feel it when you watch others rise, not because they are better, but because they refuse to be sheep. This weakness you carry is not who you are. It is who you were taught to be, a fabrication, a safety mechanism, a way to survive in a system that fears those who refuse to submit. You were shaped by fear, the fear of rejection, the fear of isolation, the fear of being seen as dangerous. But hear me now, to be dangerous is not to be evil. A lion is dangerous, yes, but so is the surgeon's scalpel. The question is not will you be feared, but how you will be feared. You must return to your original form, the one buried beneath layers of doubt, guilt, and obedience. Before they told you to be silent, before they warned you not to want too much, before they made you ashamed of your strength. That strength is not gone. It waits, it listens, it watches. It sharpens itself in the dark corners of your mind where you dare not look. You are told that being sheep is safe, but safety is the comfort of the cage, and cages were not built for lions. Nor wolves, they were built for the docile, for the predictable, for those who live long, unremarkable lives and die with nothing but regrets they dare not name. You must understand this. The voice in your head telling you to wait, to be patient, to hold back. It is not your conscience. It is your programming. It is the echo of your conditioning. It is the shepherd's voice in your skull. It is not your ally. It is your prison warden. The sheep in you is not noble. It is not wise. It is not virtuous. It is simply convenient for others. You have been told that power is a sin, that cunning is immoral, that ferocity must be tamed. But those who whisper this into your ears are not saints, they are strategists. They do not follow these rules. They merely want you to. And as you obey, they ascend. As you hesitate, they devour. That is why I do not ask you to become a saint. I ask you to become a wolf. The wolf does not rage. He does not shout. He is not reckless or cruel. He is composed. He is silent. He is purposeful. When the wolf moves, it is not out of emotion, but out of calculation. It does not bark to declare its presence. It waits, it watches, it plans, and then it strikes with absolute certainty and without apology. There is nothing more dangerous than a man who strikes only when it is most effective. The loud man, the angry man, the one who throws his fists in every direction. He is a child. He is predictable, but the quiet man, the observant man, the one who seems calm even while chaos erupts around him, he is the one to fear, because he has seen what others have missed. He has already decided where the blade must land. Do not confuse savagery with precision. The wolf does not fight for sport. He does not chase every rabbit. He does not need to win every argument, confront every insult, or prove his strength to every fool. His strength is in his selectivity. He knows when to walk away. He knows when to let the lesser animals bark and brag. And he knows when to bite. In the corridors of power, it is not the loudest voice that prevails. It is the coldest mind. Men fall not because they are weak, but because they believe that passion alone can shape the world. It cannot, it never has. Empires are not built on feeling. They are built on discipline, patience, and the willingness to do what others won't. And the wolf understands this instinctively. He has no need for virtue unless it serves his survival. He will wear the mask of humility if it opens the gate. He will play the fool if it disarms the guards. But he never forgets who he is. He never forgets why he came. He is there for the throat and nothing else. You, who were taught to be sheep, recoil at this, because you were trained to seek approval, not results. You were raised to be seen as good, not effective, but goodness without power is decoration. It wins applause, but not territory. The wolf is not applauded, he is respected, and when necessary, he is feared. That is how he survives. That is how he rules. Now ask yourself, do you truly want freedom? Do you truly want control over your own life, your fate, your name, your time? Then abandon the need to be liked. Abandon the illusion of fairness. Abandon the myth that the world will hand you what you deserve if you simply wait politely. The wolf does not wait. The wolf takes, not recklessly, not cruelly, but decisively. To become him, you must first learn silence. Not silence of voice, silence of desperation. You must learn to see without acting, to listen without reacting, to think before you move. Your enemies must believe you are tame, while your intentions sharpen like knives beneath your cloak. And when the moment arrives, you strike, not for ego, not for show, but because it is the right moment to claim what is yours. That is the wolf's way. That is strategy. That is power. You do not need to be the strongest. You need to be the most precise. You do not need to fight every battle, only the one that decides the war. And when that day comes, you will not ask permission. You will not seek approval. You will move with clarity. You will take what you were once told to wait for. And those who still wear sheep's wool will never even see it coming. Look around you. This world, It does not reward goodness, kindness, or humility. These are not currencies of power. They are currencies of control. The man who is kind but powerless is nothing more than furniture, a fixture in someone else's castle. And the man who is humble in front of wolves will be chewed to the bone and forgotten by morning. This is the fatal cost of being a sheep in a world of wolves. You are devoured quietly in full daylight, and no one mourns you. They may speak well of you after you're gone, but only because you're no longer a threat. Remember this: the sheep is praised only once it is dead. You were taught to be loyal, you were told loyalty would be repaid, but have you not seen what happens to the loyal? They are used as tools, honored in speeches, ignored in decisions, betrayed when it becomes convenient. The sheep believes his loyalty protects him, but the wolf knows loyalty is only a leash. When it is no longer useful, it is cut. You were told to keep your head down, that if you work hard, stay quiet, wait your turn, your time will come. But time does not serve the sheep. Time serves those who move while others wait, those who push while others bow. Look back on your life. How many times have you waited while someone else took what you wanted? And worse, how many times did you convince yourself it was meant to be? It was not meant to be. It was taken because wolves do not wait for permission. They do not ask if it's their turn. They see what they want and they build the leverage to claim it. Do you not understand? The system is not broken. It was never built for you. It was built against you, against your freedom, against your ambition. It flatters the sheep because the sheep are predictable. They follow the line, they pay taxes, they die in wars they don't understand, and their children repeat the cycle, thinking obedience is virtue. But it is not a virtue, it is surrender. You must realize that being devoured is not always bloody. Sometimes it's slow. You die piece by piece, your dreams shrink, your courage weakens, your eyes dim. You start to doubt yourself, you silence your voice, you lower your head, until one day you wake up and see yourself in the mirror and do not recognize what you've become. This is not safe, this is not a life, it is a slow execution carried out in the name of being a good person. But a good person in a bad world is a dead man walking. You see, wolves do not apologize for surviving. They do not weep when others call them cruel. They understand the stakes. They know the field they play on. They know that to be passive is to perish, and that to show your fangs is not aggression, it is protection. If you do not learn this, you will continue to be exploited. Not because you are incapable, but because you are harmless. And in the court of power, the harmless man is invisible, he is passed over, he is stepped on, and if he ever dares to rise, they laugh because they know he won't bite. You want justice, but justice belongs to the strong. You want fairness, but fairness is an invention of the weak. The only thing that is respected in courtrooms, in boardrooms, in back rooms of deals and betrayals, is power. And if you continue walking like a sheep, you will never hold it. You will serve it. You will feed it. You will watch others wield it while you convince yourself that being the better man is its own reward. But reward means nothing to the forgotten. The battlefield of life does not write stories about the polite. It writes about those who won. You have been conditioned to believe that being feared is worse than being ignored. But what they don't tell you is that being ignored is how you are erased. And if you do not make them respect you, they will not even remember you. This is the cost of being a sheep. Not pain, not punishment, something worse, insignificance. The wolf may be hated, but he is never forgotten. Now comes the moment of reckoning. You have seen the sheep for what it is, trained, weakened, expendable. You have seen the wolf, silent, deliberate, dangerous. And now you must ask yourself a question that most men are too afraid to face. Are you willing to kill the sheep inside you? Because it will not go quietly, the sheep has grown comfortable in you. It whispers safety. It promises peace. It tells you to be careful, to avoid risk, to blend in. It begs you to be liked, but that voice is not your protector. It is your captor, and if you do not silence it, it will continue to sabotage your every move. Every instinct toward greatness, it will suffocate. Every impulse toward dominance, it will be labeled as arrogance. It will wrap you in false morality and call it virtue, while quietly watching your life rot from the inside out. To become the wolf, you must begin with rejection, not of others, but of the version of yourself you've been taught to admire. The agreeable version, the apologetic version, the one who waits for validation. You must bury him. You must strip him of his mask. He was never you. He was their idea of who you should be, designed to be safe, easy to handle, easy to dismiss. Transformation does not begin with inspiration. It begins with disgust. You must become disgusted by your own passivity, disgusted by your cowardice in the face of confrontation, disgusted by the lies you tell yourself to justify inaction. Only then will you begin to sharpen. Only then will the wolf stir. But the wolf is not chaos. Do not misunderstand. He is not ruled by emotion. He is ruled by clarity. He is not wild. He is selectively ruthless. You must learn this discipline, this art of self-control. Not to suppress your power, but to focus it. Like the blade of a dagger, not swung in panic, but driven with intent. The man who acts out of rage is still a sheep, driven by feeling, manipulated by the moment. The man who acts from silence, from strategy, from necessity, he is a wolf. You must become him, so begin now. Do not ask the world to be fair. Create leverage so you no longer have to. Do not ask for an opportunity, engineer it. Use everything, use your mind, use your silence, use your mistakes. The wolf wastes nothing. Every insult becomes a lesson. Every betrayal becomes a blueprint. Every failure becomes armor. Start observing. Listen not to what people say, but to what they hide. Watch how they behave when they think you are weak. Study their ambitions, their fears, their games. When you understand what others want, you hold the reins. And when you no longer need their approval, they can no longer control you. This is how the wolf rises. Quietly, strategically, without pity, without permission. Stop advertising your plans. Move in the shadows. Let them underestimate you. Their doubt is your advantage. Their complacency is your opening. They have mistaken your politeness for weakness. Let them. And when the moment is right, when the opportunity reveals itself like a gap in the armor, strike without hesitation. That is how territory is taken. That is how power is seized, not by the loud, not by the noble, by the precise. You will feel guilt in the beginning. The sheep inside you will cry out. It will plead for compromise. It will beg for old routines. Ignore it. That is the voice of extinction. That is the ghost of the man you used to be, and he has no place in the world you are building. You are not here to be tolerated. You are here to be remembered, to move like a question no one knows how to answer, to walk into rooms that shift when your eyes land. You are here to be unshakable, not because you are loud, but because you are prepared. And preparation is what separates the prey from the predator. You are not here to prove yourself. You are here to become yourself. Not the version they prefer, the version you buried to survive. The one that does not wait to be chosen. The one that chooses. The one that no longer apologizes for wanting more. The one that takes. You were taught to obey, to be silent, to trust the shepherd. But the world you live in is not ruled by shepherds. It is ruled by wolves, some in armor, some in robes, some behind smiles. And if you continue to walk like a sheep, you will not survive them, you will serve them. The sheep is not a victim. He is a volunteer. He chooses comfort over clarity, safety over strength, illusion over instinct. But you have seen what lies beneath the wool. You have seen the price of passivity, the betrayal hidden behind obedience, the invisibility that comes with being too agreeable. Now you understand what the wolf represents, not savagery, but sovereignty, not noise, but strategy, not cruelty, but control. The wolf does not beg, the wolf does not wait. The wolf remembers what the sheep has forgotten, that the world is not fair and that survival is not granted. It is taken. You must kill the sheep within you, not with rage, but with reason. Not by becoming reckless, but by becoming sharp. Study, wait, strike. Do not be what the world expects. Be what it fears. Be the one who knows when to listen, when to retreat, and when to bite. Because in the end, you have two choices. Be remembered as a man who followed, or as one who refused. Machiavelli does not ask for your transformation. He demands it.